take your blanket, like this.
Blankets are in the closet right there?
Oh yeah, in that, you'll see, just open the door. And then we'll roll on the short end, so it makes this Tootsie Roll. Ta-da. Yeah? And then you'll come down, and you'll want the edge down so that the smooth part is up. And then we'll come down. The descent is a little awkward, mostly for me. And it's a supported bridge pose, essentially. So you'll come down. The pelvis is elevated, and you're basically in this position. Yeah? And we'll just hang out here for a little bit. It's meant to feel good. If it doesn't feel good, take the roll out and just be flat for a little bit. Yeah. And just take a load off. It's Monday. And here we are. As we start to settle in the position, just imagine the back of the pelvis becoming a little wider and the low belly relaxing downward. Notice how it feels to breathe in this position. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll lift the legs so the feet are dangling and the knees are bent and the legs are just kind of relaxed. So the feet will come close to the buttocks. And then just very gently give yourself a little side to side rock, right and left. Yeah. So the blanket roll is essentially giving you a little upper butt massage. And then the next time we drop a little bit over to the right, let's stay there. And it's not max capacity, it's just a little bit. And then kind of like a little march in place. You'll take one knee towards you and the other one a little away the other few times.
It feels like there's a golf ball.
Yeah, so this is sort of in lieu of doing this with a ball. I think the blanket's a little softer. And then we'll pause, and with the legs together, you'll make little circles on the right side. Okay. And if you're finding a spot in there that's especially tender, you might, instead of going right on that spot, go kind of close to it, but not right there. And then we'll pause and take again just a little rocky rock side to side, right and left. And then we'll pause over on the left side. And same thing, we'll do a little march in place. My two sides are very different today. Yeah. And then let the movement settle. Keep the legs together, and now change it to circles. Yeah. Did we go both ways? I don't know. Go the other direction. I'm very forgetful these days. It's kind of embarrassing.
I think pregnancy brain is like...
It's a thing, the pregnancy brain. And also I have pregnancy arthritis in my hands.
Oh,
It's so annoying. All right, so let's pause here. Come back to center. And then we'll set the feet down for a second and give the arms a little reach back. And now, in this position, let's cross the right ankle over the left thigh, figure four position. And bring the left leg off the floor. And especially now that we're elevated a little in the pelvis, it'll really want to tuck under. See if you can do the opposite. So rock the pelvis a little forward so the tailbone moves towards the wall ahead of you. And then if you can reach, take the left hand behind the left thigh and the right hand kind of in the middle of the thigh here. Let's breathe in. And as we exhale, pull the left one towards you and the right one a little away from you. On the inhale, we'll back off. And on the exhale, press on the right and pull on the left. And this is gentle. Yeah? Let's go one more time. Good. And then from here, let's step the left foot down, bring the right knee into the chest, hold on to it with your hands, and then slowly reach the left leg out. If the heel touches the floor, great. If not, just let it hover a little bit. But let's make an active left leg. Press out through the heel and try to roll the inner thigh down towards the floor. And this one might give you a little stretch in the front of the left leg. Yeah. Good. And then let's change. So right foot on the floor, left ankle crosses over. If you need to adjust your positioning a little bit, I do. Let's bring the right leg up. Hold the right hand behind the thigh, the left hand in the front of the left arm. Breathe in. And as we exhale, pull the right one towards you and the left one away from you. Very, very gently. Do that a few times. The inhale is a back off, and the exhale is a press.
What should the right foot be doing to be?
Right foot relaxed, left foot press out through the heel. Good question. Sometimes it's hard to relax one and activate the others.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah. If you do it, it's not going to hurt you. All right, so from here, let's put the right foot back down, bring the left knee to the chest, and then lengthen the right leg long. If it hovers off the floor, that's fine. If the heel touches the floor, that's fine. Do try to send the inner groin towards the floor on the right side. Yeah. All right. And then from here, let's undo. Stand the 2 feet on the floor, lift the hips and take the roll out. Just put it to the side. And just lay there for a moment. You're going to stay. I'm going to sit up. And notice now how it feels to come down off of the roll. Yeah. We'll just spend another moment down here. Let's keep the knees bent and walk the feet about as wide as the mat. Excuse me. And then take a few windshield wipers. So the knees from side to side. Good. And then we'll pause next time the legs drop to your right and give a little stretch to the arms up by your head. Yeah. And then we'll do the opposite. Let the knees drop over to the left. And give the arms that same little reach up by your head. Good. Let's come back to center. Pull the right knee in towards your chest and put the left leg long on the floor. Just left leg relaxed. And let's hold the right leg behind the thigh. So put your hands behind the thigh. And then a couple of times we'll bend and straighten out the leg. Just here too, nice and gentle. A little stretch for the hammies. And then we'll pause with the leg, your version of straight, and move the right foot around a little bit. That could be circles, point flags, anything. Yeah. And then you'll likely feel a different sensation throughout the leg as you're moving your foot around. Pick a spot that feels interesting to you in the foot and keep that. And then if you like, you can walk the hands higher up the leg, maybe lifting the torso towards the leg. If that's not what you want to do, just stay down. Yeah. Good. And then everybody come down. We'll bend the knee. Cross the right leg over to the left, coming into a twist. Just the knee comes over, Michelle. Yeah. And then you go as far as you like. It's fine if the hip leaves the floor, but it's fine if it doesn't. Yes, Sarah, come out for a sec, bring the knee in and just cross over like so. Yeah.
Got it.
And now, stay in your position and let's take the left hand on the outside of the right thigh. Yeah, it's like Simon says. And then very gently press the thigh into the hand and the hand back into the thigh. Just gently. Yeah. See if that gives you a little more space around the hip joint. Let's undo. Come back to center. Bring the left leg into the chest. Let's hold the hands behind the thigh here. And then take a few rounds just to bend and straighten out the leg. Yeah, just nice and gentle. And then we'll pause your version of straight and start to move the foot around any which way. Anything it wants to do is fine. And if you want to do both feet too, that's cool. And then pick a spot that's interesting for you in terms of foot position. Keep that, and if you want more, you can walk the hands higher up the leg, maybe lifting the torso towards the leg, maybe not. Yeah, good. Lower yourself down, bend the knee, and then we'll twist. Taking the left leg over to the right side. You choose how far you want to go. More isn't better, but unless it is. Now, once you're in position, take the right hand to the outside of the left thigh and very gently press the thigh into the hand back into the thigh. Good. Then let's return back to center here. Bring both knees into your chest, just curl in like you're a little ball. And it might feel good here to take some circles. It might feel better to do side to side instead. It might feel good to just be still and all curled up, so you decide. Yeah. And then whenever you're ready here, we'll turn over and we'll meet in the all fours position. Yeah, hands and knees. If you need the padding for under the knees, you can redo your blanket. I don't think we'll need the roll anymore. And then once you're in position here, let's take the hands a little ahead of the shoulders and kind of wide, and then bring the knees in a little closer than you normally have them in the all fours position. Shift back just slightly in the hips, and then take a little wag from side to side, like you're doing a slalom ski event. Yeah. It's funny, I used to ski, but I didn't ski like this. I just kind of went straight down. It was great fun, but also a little bit terrifying. All right, let's come back to center. Reset the knees so they're right under the hips. Hands could stay forward, or if you'd rather have them directly under the shoulders, that's fine. So let's breathe in. As we exhale, we'll round the back, drop the head, drop the tail. And on the inhale, we'll come the other direction, sliding the shoulder blades down the back. Let's take that a few more times, just at your own pace. Great. And then we'll pause here. Let's go a little wider apart in the knees and bring your hips back towards the heels, heading into child's pose. We'll keep the arms forward for a moment and give the mat a gentle push down and forward with your hands, sending the hips back. Feel free to add in a little wobble from side to side if you like that. And then let's pause here. Keep your knees kind of wide as we reset back to the all fours position with wide knees. Take the left hand a little forward towards the center of the mat. And as we inhale, let's turn the chest to the right. You can either lift the arms straight or keep a little bend. Exhale, we'll scoop under. And let's do a few of these on the same side. So the inhale, we open. And the exhale, we close. Yeah, let's take it one more time, open. And then we'll stay in the down position, resting your head. You can keep the arms in this position, or if there are any other arm variations, leg variations, feel free to take what you like. Yeah. Now do think about this. Can you press the back of the right arm down towards the floor? And maybe, if it's appropriate, you can shift the pelvis a teensy bit to the right to give you a little stretch on the part of the inside edge of the shoulder blade, right side. Now let's come out of this. Press the left hand down. Bring yourself back to center. Let's go to side two. So the right hand a little forward. Take the inhale to turn open, and the exhale to scoop under. Now a few more of those. Just go at your pace. It might be a little different than mine. Yeah. And then whenever you're ready here, we'll stay in the down position. Take a second to adjust. If you need to add on, take away, whatever feels good to you. And let's do this. Just a slight press down of the back of the left arm. And as long as it feels okay, you can let the pelvis shift a teensy bit to the left, just until you feel that pull on the left side of the upper back. And then when you're ready to get out, let's press the right hand into the floor, return to center, reset your knees so they're not quite as wide, and take a few rounds more of cat-cow, just straight through the center. Good. All right, and then while we're here, let's pause. Take the right leg back, turn the heel to the floor, turn the chest to the right, lift the arm up. Let's circle the right hand a few times. That's it. And then keep the right foot planted. Take the right arm forward towards the windows here. Yeah. And then we'll come all the way down, hand to the floor, knee to the floor, straight into second side. Left leg comes back. Raise the arm up, circle out the wrist. That's it. Keep the foot planted as you take the arm towards the front of the room. Good. And then down comes the hand, down comes the knee. From here, let's go back to child's pose. Feel free to widen the knees and come into the position where the elbows can be on the floor. Let the chest sink down for a sec, and on the next inhale, try to pull the floor back with your arms. Little lift in the hips, little lift in the elbows. Exhale, down we come. Yeah, take that a few times. So the inhale, we pull back to lift up, and the exhale, we lower. This is sort of my alternative to Cobra, but I like it enough that I have you guys do it too. Next time we pull ourselves, let's come back up to center, all fours position, reset your legs. We'll head next into downward facing dog pose. Take your time to get there and feel free to add in any sort of pedaling out through the legs, twist and turn through the spine, through the head, whatever you need. You find the first down dog of any class is usually a little tight, so movement helps. All right, and then let's pause here and widen the stance of your legs. Bend both knees and start to walk the arms back until the heels land. Press down into your heels and use the inhale to rise. Arms come overhead. Yeah, we'll take the arms down. And then we'll stay in this kind of wide position here. Soften the knees a little bit. And just slither around, slither asana, moving the spine, the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the arms. Whatever wants to move here, let it happen. Good. And then we'll stay at the back of the mat, stay with the wide stance. Inhale, the arms grow tall. Exhale, we'll bend the knees, place the forearms on the thighs. Inhale, turn to the right, twist open, lift the arm. Exhale, down we come. Side two. And lower down. Press into your heels, inhale, we come all the way up. And then both arms down alongside you. Let's do that again. Inhale it up. Exhale, forearms on the thighs. We'll go left side first. Inhale, we turn. And down. Side two. And then we'll press into the heels all the way up we come. And the arms release down. Great. Reset your feet so they're right underneath you. Just slight soft bend in the knees and take a circle. Hula hoop asana. Good. And then other direction we go. All right. And then we'll let that settle. Staying at the back of the mat here. Root down through the feet. Inhale, up come the arms. Exhale, down we come, forward fold. Bend the knees if you need to. Come up halfway, move the chest forward and slide the shoulder blades down the back. Gorgeous. Lower yourself down, walk the hands forward. We're going to plank pose, but we're not going to stay. Broaden the collarbones. Lift a little through the abdomen. And then we'll come all the way down to the belly. Nice and easy. Yeah. Once you get there, let's set the hands as we did in the Sphinx position. So elbows down, forearms down. Let the chest sink a little, and on the next inhale, try to drag the floor back. We lengthen and lift. And then exhale, lower it back down. Gorgeous. Take that a few more times. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to descend. Great. Next time you're down, fold your hands, rest your forehead, make a little pillow, give the pelvis a little wiggle from side to side. That's it. And then we'll take a little quad stretch here, just one leg at a time. Scooch back and down so you have some more space. And then we'll bend the right knee and hold onto the foot or the ankle with your hand. Send the knee towards the back of the mat, but your navel towards the front of the mat. Yeah. Great. And then we'll release that, changing sides. Yeah. My left one's always tighter. Always has been. All right, let's release that. Stay on the belly. Bend both knees so the feet are in the air and just let them take a swish from side to side. Yeah. Good. All right, and then we'll set the feet down. Let's press back, take a brief downward facing dog. And then from your down dog, we'll come back down to our all fours position, hands and knees. Broaden the collarbones, lift a little through the abdomen, pick up the right leg, and we'll do circles. So we'll do a little bit of glute work, yeah. See if as you're circling, you can do that without letting the pelvis wobble around. And then the next time the knee goes out to the side, stay. Kick the leg straight and step the foot down. It'll come off of the mat into this wide position. That's it. We'll take a few cat-cows here. And with the leg wide like this, you might get an extra bonus stretch on the inner thigh. Anybody? Michelle, she's like, uh-oh. Yes, yogis. All right, let's
I get an extra bonus stretch on the left shoulder for some
on the
reason.
left shoulder. Go you, Mary. That's fantastic. Let's pause here. Okay, neutral spine. Turn the chest to the right and lift the arm. And then remember when we did thread the needle? It's not exactly that, but it's kind of. So scoop the right arm under, but most of us won't get very far. So you might be back of the hand, back of the forearm. Don't try to overdo. Do try to keep the left hip over the left knee, more or less. Yeah, good. Now stay in the position. Think of pulling the left hip, that's the bent knee side, a little more towards the ceiling. Yeah. All right, press into the left hand to come back to center. Keep the leg wide, walk the hands a little forward, and then we'll shift forward and back. And how far forward and how far back is really up to you. Really up to you. Good. All right, and then let's pause, just kind of neutral. Reset the hands, reset the right knee, back to our all fours. Let's take down dog. I know we haven't done the second side, but we'll get there. So go to your down dog. Let's widen your stance, bend the knees, walk the hands to the legs, and prop up forearms to the thighs. We'll stay here for a sec. Yeah, so stay in the position, and right at the tops of the thighs, send the inner groins back, but also apart. Yeah? Counter that effort in your feet, root down through the ball of the big toe. Yes. And keeping both of those, can you lengthen the spine? Chest comes forward, shoulder blades down the back. Gorgeous. We'll press down into both heels. Use that to come up. Inhale to rise. Arms overhead. And then the arms release. Yeah. Stay as you are. Slight bend in the knees. Take the right side, right chest forward. Roll the shoulder up, back, and down. And then the left side. Up, back, and down. Great, and kind of exaggerate that and let it move through the whole body. Maybe the arms start to lift. Good, like your giant sea monster. Great, and then we'll let the movement settle. So we're still at the back of the mat. Let's reset so the feet are right underneath you. Root down to lift up, arms come overhead. Exhale into your forward fold, maybe bending the knees. Halfway up, chest moves forward, shoulder blades slide down the back. Lower yourself down, walk the hands forward. We'll go straight into our all fours position. Knees come down. Broaden the collarbones, lift a little through the abdomen. Pick up the left knee and let's take a few of those circles without letting the pelvis swing around. Yeah. Good. And then the next time the knee is to the side, stay. Kick the leg out and step the foot down. Yeah, you might have stuff in the way. And then here we go for our cat-cow. Oh my goodness, my left one's not usually too tight, but today it is. What's so funny?
I'm in so much pain.
Oh no, Michelle.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
When you say pain, do you mean you're getting
No,
a stretch?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
not like taking to the doctor. Well, in my exaggerated state.
You know, you can always do less. Pain is interesting.
Is weakness
yeah?
leaving the body?
No, don't no. No, pain is not good. Pain is not good. Let's pause. Turn the chest to the left. It's not supposed to hurt. Lift the arm, stir the wrist. And then we'll come into that kind of thread the needle-ish position. Yeah. And maybe you just go on the hand. Yeah. Maybe you don't go too far. Is it inner thigh, Michelle?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, see if everybody, you can lift the right hip towards the ceiling. Pretend you had a set of gills on the left inner thigh and make it breathe. Yeah. Good. Take it out. Have the right hand down, left hand comes next to it. Slide both hands a little forward, and then we'll shift forward and back to whatever depth you'd like. This side is it's like steel cables in there, huh? Yeah, so interesting. For me, the right one's always been tighter, but today, I don't know, it's debatable. Let's come back to center. Reset the hands, reset the knee. Take a child's pose, I think. That'll be good. Yeah. On back. Turn the palms of the hands up, and let's make sea anemones out of our hands. Just curl the fingers in and out. Maybe bend at the wrist. So we'll take another back bend variation. I'll suggest coming onto the belly. I'm going to do child's pose version, which you're welcome to do instead. Once you get down there, scooch the legs back and down just to give you a little extra room. And then take the arms back alongside you. Lift the front of the shoulders away from the floor so the shoulder blades come onto the back. And on the inhale, come up a little more, lift the arms, lift the legs, lift the head. Exhale, we lower down. So it's kind of a Shalabhasana. Do that a few times. Think of growing longer instead of going higher. Yeah. Every time you come up, let's rotate the arms so the hands face your legs. The palms face the legs. Good. And then this last time we'll stay just for an extra moment. On the way down, reset the hands so they're just in front of you. We'll press back into downward facing dog pose. Yeah. All right, yogis. From your downward facing dog pose, let's come to the front of the mat this time. Feet to the hands, any way you get there. Root down to rise up. We'll grow nice and tall, nice and long. And then set the arms down alongside you. Yeah. All right. So let's come into kind of medium wide stance again. Slight bend in the knees. And the last shoulder rolls we did going back, these will start in the back, come up, down, and forward. Up, down, and forward. Good. Do that, and then make this one with bigger arms, kind of like you're swimming. You know, whenever he puts this music on, I start thinking about water and swimming and sea anemones and sea monsters. All right. And then we'll let the movement start to quiet down. Oh, yeah. All right. And while we're here, you can keep your wide stance or you could come in a little bit. Slight bend in the knees, not really bent, but just not straight. And then let the whole pelvis shift a little to the right. The right hip goes back, and then we shift a little to the left, left hip goes back. So it's a figure eight. Yeah. Great. I can hear some of those hips creaking away.
Those are my knees.
Okay. And then can we go the other direction? Forward, forward. Maybe. Try it. All right, and then let it settle. Let it settle. So for our next little set, we'll be doing some lunges with the knee down. If you need the padding, you can set it up. If you need the blocks, you can set them up. Yeah. Great. And come on to the front of the mat. Root down through the feet. Use the inhale to rise. And the exhale to fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, it's our halfway. And then lower yourself down. We'll step the right leg back. Knee comes down to the floor or to your blanket. You can keep the toes tucked or not. It's up to you. And then from here, let's inhale, shift forward, create a little lift through the chest. Exhale, we'll shift back, going straighter in the front leg. And take that a few times more, just back and forth. Nice and easy. Yeah. Now the next time we shift back, let's stay there, and you can walk the arms back a little bit. If possible, be on the heel with the toes up, and then let the pelvis take a little small wag, side to side, like you're wagging your tail. Good. And then let's pause. Next time the hips go a little to the left, but not max capacity. Can you drop the left sitting bone a little bit? Can you move the chest forward and let the shoulder blades draw down the back? Oh, yeah. Stay here in this more or less same position. On the left foot, we'll do a little point and flex so the toes go towards the floor. They might not touch. And then pull back. Yeah, do that a few times. Notice what you're feeling where in the leg as the position of the foot changes. Yeah. And then listen up here. Next time the toes go down, bow the foot a little so the toes go slightly to the right. Can you move the chest forward? And then some of you will stay put, some of you will walk the arms a little to the left, and some of you will go all the way outside of the left leg. Yeah? More isn't always better. Now stay in your position and just notice where your torso is situated and see if you can draw the rib cage and the pelvis away from each other. Oh, yeah. It's tears of joy, right, Michelle?
Yeah.
Now let's keep the position in the leg and in the torso. Start to bring the foot, the sole of the foot up, and then look at it. Spread out a little through the toes. Can you gently pull back through the pinky toe side of the foot and gently press forward through the ball of the big toe? That's not the toe itself, but the knuckle. Yeah. Are you still breathing though? I just gotta ask. Okay. Let's back off. Back off. Take the arms, just the position we had, one on each side. Rebend the front knee. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee and thigh. Yeah, nice to get out of that one. And then stay in your position. Let's just wag the tail again and with the knee off the floor. Good. All right, and then we'll move the blocks out of the way. Back to downward facing dog we go. And just check out the difference. Right leg versus left. Anything you notice there? Yeah, a little lopsided. Choices, you can stay in down dog, you can take a rest. Some of you might want more action. You could inhale to plank, exhale to dog. So take a couple breaths just for you, whatever you need. Yes, absolutely. If you want to do a full vinyasa, that's good too. Nice job, everybody. Let's meet back in downward facing dog pose. And then from here, we'll come to the front of the mat, feet to the hands. Root down to rise up. Inhale, we grow. And exhale, arms down. Yeah. Do we need to wiggle again? Sure. Just wiggle. Yeah, wiggle asana. Anything is fine. All right, you guys. I feel so lopsided. We better do the other leg. All right. So be at the front of the mat. Root down to rise up. Inhale, we grow. Exhale, we fold. I keep bumping into that thing. Let's take your half lift. Lower it down, step the left leg back, knee to the floor or on a prop, whatever you need here. And then take a few of these. Inhale, forward, lift the chest. Exhale, shift back, long in the front leg. Take that a few more at your pace. Yeah, this side might be a different side, huh? Yeah, me too. Sometimes the tighter side is whichever one you're currently on. Let's pause the next time the hips shift back and feel free to take the arms back a little bit. Let's take the tail wag, a little right-left shift. And then we'll pause next time you go a little bit to the right. Can you drop the right sitting bone? Move the chest forward, glide the shoulder blades down the back. Oh yeah. Nice job, yogis. Let's keep everything here more or less in place and then slowly bring the toes towards the floor and then peel them back up. Take that one a couple of times. Next time the toes go towards the floor, we'll stay. Bow at the ankle so the toes angle in a little bit. Move the chest forward and start to walk the arms to the right if that's a good idea. If not, don't do it. If you're coming all the way outside of the leg, that's another option. Wherever your torso is, can you draw the pelvis and the rib cage away from each other? Yes. The body is really good at getting out of things, but know some of the tricks. All right, friends, from here, let's stay more or less in the position. Start to bring the sole of the foot up. Look at your toes, spread them wide. Gently try to pull back the pinky toe and press outward, not the big toe itself, but the ball of the big toe. Yeah, like you're stepping on the gas. Oh, yeah. Can you move the chest forward again, maybe just a little bit? Can you breathe? Now the gills are back here. Yeah. Good. All right, let's reset. Re-angle the arms, rebend the front knee. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee. And then stay here. Let's just take a gentle hip shift a couple of times. Yeah. Good. All right, back to down dog we go. And then let's take another yogi's choice here. You could stay, you could rest, you could flow. You could, if you really wanted a handstand, you could, but that's not me for now. Oh, I love it when you do plank as your choice. That's fantastic. Nice job, you guys. From down dog, once you get there, let's meet standing forward fold, any version, any transition. Root down to rise up. Yep. And then we'll release the arms. Ah, all right. Why not another hula hoop asana? Yeah. Great. And then go the other direction.
I've noticed that I always bring my feet to my hands using the same leg.
The same
First.
leg. Next time, try
Same
using
leg
the other
first.
leg.
Yeah, we gotta mix it up. Yeah.
So I used to do that, always the same leg, and then I entered that hip, and then it was always the other leg, and now the first hip is fine, but I'm used to doing the other leg. So yeah, if you always step on the same side, try to mix it up. Mix it up, yeah. All right, so if you know the figure four pose, if this is really, really tight for you and or if balance is a little iffy, you can go close to a wall. If you're fine in that situation, let's stand, and I'll suggest having blocks in front. Unless you're at the wall can be your blocks. Yeah, so let's have the hands here right at the top of the pelvis. Bend the knees a little, shift the hips back a little, kind of like a mini Utkatasana. And then we'll cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Notice for most of us when we do this, the pelvis starts to tuck under. Try to go the other direction. Draw the tail back, deepen through the hip creases. Maybe bend the left knee a little deeper. And then some of you will just stay. Some of you will take the hands to your blocks. If anyone's on the wall, you can keep your hands to the wall. Just like we did in the lunge earlier, can you draw the pelvis and the rib cage a little bit in opposition here? Yeah. Now just a bit. Walk the arms to the right. Yeah, and there'll be just a little bit of a turn. Yeah, towards the bent, lifted knee. And then just a bit, walk the arms to the left. Changing the line of pull slightly. Good. Back to center. Let's step the right foot down. Widen your stance a little bit. Root down to rise up. Inhale, we grow. And exhale, the arms down. Okay. Side two. Side two. So start about hips width distance, little bend, little shift back. Left one crosses over. Keep the foot active. Press out through the heel. Notice if the pelvis is tucking under, go the other direction. Draw the sitting bones back, the tailbone back, deepen the hip creases. If you're up for it, hands can come down. If not, keep them where they are. Yeah. Good. Stay in the position. Can you move the pelvis and the rib cage away from each other? Elongating the torso a little bit. Yeah. And then from here, arms a little bit to the left. You can let the body turn slightly. Okay. And a little bit to the right. Pressing outward through the left heel. Good. Notice if you're trying to do this pose with your eyebrows, your tongue, let them relax. Come back to center, and then we'll step the foot down. 2 feet side by side. Inhale, we rise all the way up. And exhale, arms down. Yeah. How about last little circle here? Good. And another direction. Okay. And then from here, friends, let's reset ourselves. So orient towards the front of the mat. You can just have the blocks off to the side. Your choice, feet can touch or you can keep a little bit of space. Inhale, up we come. Exhale, down we go. Let's take our half lift. And then step the right leg back into lunge, keeping the knee off the floor. Lengthen the torso, turn the heel to the floor. Up we come into warrior two. Yeah, let's just take it easy. You know, it's late. Turn the palms of the hands up. Inhale, we rise, straightening the front leg. Exhale, we rebend, go wide. Take that a couple of times more. Now the next time the knee is bent and the arms are wide, pause. We'll change your pattern a little. Let's shift forward. Inhale, straighten the leg again and lift the arm, left arm. Exhale, forearm on the thigh, right arm overhead, side angle. And we'll go back and forth with this one too. So the inhale is an up and the exhale is a down. Good. Keep a little bit of pressure of the back heel into the floor. That'll help with some stability around the pelvis. Next time we come up, we're going to change the pattern. Slide the back hand to the hip, bend the front knee, come forward but not down. Lengthen the left side of the waist. And then from here, press into the left heel as you start to go straighter in the leg. Left hand can come to the shin, to your block, to the floor. Leave the pelvis alone as you turn the chest to the right. Up comes the arm here, Trikonasana pose. Gorgeous. Keep a little pressure still in the back leg heel. When you're ready to get out, we'll rebend the front knee coming back to something like warrior two. That's it. Inhale here. Exhale, we're down. Hands to the floor, back heel turns up. Let's step back, plank pose. And then yogi's choice. You could move, you could be still, you could rest. Yes. All right, we got 3 people holding plank. Let's go back to down dog. Nice job, you guys. Let's come to the front of the mat. Feet step forward. Try to use the other foot. Inhale, the half lift. And then let's come down, bend the knees. Do a few of these half lifts. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we're down. One more time, we lengthen. On the way down, let's step the left leg back, lunge pose. Lengthen the torso first. Back heel turns down. Up we come into our warrior two, side two. Turn the palms of the hands up here. Inhale, we rise and lift the arms. Exhale, rebend the front knee, arms go wide. Take that a couple times just at your pace. Nice work, friends. We're going to change it up. We come forward, shift. Turn the palm up, straighten the front leg, lift the right arm. And then down we come siding. Did you do that one already?
Yes.
So do the other one. Yeah, that's cool. I can't see you back there. All right, last one. Slide the back hand to the back hip. Bend the front knee at first. Come forward but not down. Can you lengthen through the right side of the body? Press into the right heel to stretch the leg a little straighter. Down comes the hand. Leave the pelvis alone as you turn the chest to the left. Up comes the left arm. Sometimes there is a tendency to want to square the hips to the side. Just let the hips be at a little bit of an angle. Yeah. To come out of this, we'll rebend the front knee. Reset yourself, warrior two pose. Inhale, we're here. Exhale, we're down, hands to the floor. Step back plank. Your choice if you want to stay in plank, come through any sort of movement. Maybe you come into a little rest. Yes. Nice job, everybody. Let's go to child's pose. That's more for me.
Works for me.
Yeah, works for you too. Stay in child's pose. If you want a little wobble, you can add that in. Yeah. And then from here, yogis, let's walk both hands over to the right, not too far, just a little bit. And then the right hand will come off the mat. Push the right hand down and push it forward so that the torso rotates a little bit. The chest turns to the right. Yeah, right ribs to the ceiling, left ribs to the floor. Good. And then we'll back off. Unwind to go the other side, both arms a little to the left. Once you're there, push the left hand forward as you rotate. Right ribs towards the floor, left towards the ceiling. Yeah. Great. And then let's undo, coming back to center. Back to down dog, just briefly here. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then standing forward fold, any way you want to get there. Then the knees root down to rise up. And then the arms come down. Yeah. All right. So we'll take a little bit of, it's a tree pose, but we'll do some extra arm movements. And if you know, again, if balance is a little iffy, you could do little baby tree, you could do kind of medium, or come up. Don't put the foot on the knee, but anywhere else is fine. We'll have the right leg up, the left leg down. Well, once you're in position, actively press down through the left foot. Yeah. And then just simple here. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, they come out and down. Yeah. Couple more times. See if you can match the movement of breath. That's it. And if this is feeling pretty easy, let your gaze move with the fingers. If that's not a good idea, don't do it. Let's take this one more time. And when we're done, we're done. 2 feet on the floor. Rest. Okay. Side two. Right foot down, left leg up. It's funny, just adding an extra element changes the pose, doesn't it? Actively press down through the right foot. When you're ready, inhale up. Exhale down. Go at the pace of your breath, whatever that is. And if you're finding this is pretty manageable, let the gaze start to go with the fingertips. Yeah. Nice work. When we're done, we're done. 2 feet on the floor. Let's just rest for a second. Hands in prayer, maybe close the eyes. Reconnect to your body, to your breath, to the ground. Right. Let's bow the head, blink the eyes open, and then release the arms. All right, friends. So we'll have a seat down on the floor. You might want to sit on a blanket if you like that. I'll be kind of specific here. So let's be in this position with the left leg down on the floor, the right leg bent up like so. And we'll all do the pregnant version today. So we'll twist this away. Hook the right elbow to the inside of the right leg, left hand behind you. Press down to lift up. That's an inhale. And then on the exhale, empty the breath out as you turn a little bit to the left. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, find the rotation. Good. Nice. Now let's keep the legs the same. De-rotate through the spine. And if you can reach, put your hand on the outside of the right foot. If not, you can just hold anywhere. We'll pick up the leg and give it a little stir. And then we'll pause here and we'll take a little kind of forward back like a bow and arrow. Good. Pause here, sit up tall. Angle the leg across. Let's keep the foot active. And then some of you, I'm going to hold with my hands. If you want to hold with the elbows and you can reach easily, that's fine. Yeah. And then we'll take a little rock side to side. So rock our sweet little leg, baby. Now, in a moment, we'll come into another pose, and I'll give a couple different options here. So some of you might like a double pigeon, in which case you can scooch the bottom leg a little forward, ankle to knee to ankle. If you don't touch, not important. If that's a no-go for you, everybody's, I think, okay, yeah? You could do Sukhasana as an alternative, yeah? So let's do this for a second. This might help. Press the hands down. You'll lift the pelvis, scooch it back, and set it down, just a smidge, and see if that helps. And of course, you could also put a block under there if you need. Yeah. Let's slide the thumbs into the hip creases. Press down and kind of wrap the fingers around the sides. Sit up tall here. Broaden the collarbones. And what's that? A wasp.
Right there.
Yeah, he just wanted to do some yoga. Yeah, everybody's okay? Just, yeah. It'll be okay. Ignore it. Yeah, I'll try to let it outside later. All right, let's hinge forward a little bit if you can. And then option here, some of you might enjoy this, pressing the palms of the hands against the heels, and the heels back into the hands. Yeah. And then you could keep doing that, or you could back off a little bit, maybe take the arms further forward. You could have a block. Yeah, if you're pretty flexible here, having a block under the forehead might feel good. I've got something in the way here. And if anybody wants to add in a little rock side to side, do that too. Yeah, I think the wasp just wanted to do a little yoga. Who can blame it? Let's come back to center here. Very, very gently undo. And before we swap sides, just jiggle it out a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So side two, the right leg is bent in the down position, left leg in the up position. You'll hook the elbow on the inside, right hand behind. Press down to lift up. This is inhale. And then on the exhale, empty the belly and turn a little more to the right. Every inhale, a little bit of length. Every exhale, a little bit of turn. All right, so we'll keep the legs, unwind the torso, pick up the foot here, and then we'll just stir it around a little bit. And it's fine if everything's kind of wobbling here. Just let it happen. Yeah. And then we'll pause and do a little forward back, bow and arrow. Yeah. Scott, try to have the arm on the inside of the knee.
I thought
Is that better? Yeah. And then let's pause. Sit up tall here, angle the leg across. And some of you will hold with hands, some of you will hold with elbows. We'll rock our little leg baby. Yes. And then we'll try for it on side 2 here, the double. So scooch the left foot a little, the right foot a little forward, ankle to knee to ankle. And then let's lift the pelvis, scooch it back, and come down. And if you need the prop, take it. Slide the thumbs into the hip creases. Press down to lift up. Broaden the collarbones. Maybe you start to hinge a little forward. And if you would like to try it, take the hands on the feet. Press the feet, especially the heels, into the hands. Yeah. And you can stay here. You could back off. You could start to go further. You could use a block either for your arms or for your forehead. Yeah, any little wobbles, any little extra stuff, whatever you want. Good. When it's time to come out, you choose when that is. Just ease your way out of the position. Gently, gently. Legs come forward. Little ba 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 ba. Yeah. And after all this forward folding, it might feel good to have a little bit of hip extension. So options for that, you could do some bridges on your back. You could do another round of windshield wipers. If you wanted to stay sitting, this one can be kind of nice. Yeah. So I'll just leave that up to you for a moment. If you don't need any sort of hip extension, our next official place will be Shavasana. So yeah, you can get right there. Yeah, I like this one after the forward folds. It's a little similar to windshield wipers, but a little more activity. Yeah, beautiful bridge back there. And then for those of you who are ready for Shavasana, it might feel nice to utilize your props if you want a blanket under the head or behind the thighs. Anything, really. Anything is good. All right, and it's not actually too dark, so good for us. Yeah. Let's let the work be done. Work from your day, the work from your yoga practice. Allow your body to embrace gravity. Imagine the entire back of the body just becoming a little bit wider so that the front of the body can soften downward and inward. Relax the muscles that surround the eyes. And even the ones right behind the eyes, deep in the head. Every time you breathe out, you let go a little bit more. Bring your attention back to your body, back to your breath. And it might feel good just to take a little bit of movement, whatever that means for you. Eventually here, you can bend up the knees and roll to one side. Yeah, take your time to come upright. We'll meet sitting. Hands at heart center. Light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.
Namaste.